Good evening, you're watching Estuary News. Coming up, we head to Scunthorpe and to the opening of another training centre. And we visit the East Marsh to find out whether the area has improved following recent multi-agency activity. And my guests tonight are Byron Young and Joe Forster, here to talk about the latest production at the Caxtons. Welcome to Estuary News. I'm Emma Lingard. Now it's time for the news headlines.
Hello there. Would you know what to do if your business received a message from a cyber criminal? As part of Humberside Police's Cyber Security Has It Clicked campaign, experts are warning business owners about what to do if you receive threatening messages online. Amongst them is a message demanding £4,000 or your website will be crashed. Here's DI Rich Osgoby.
The types of scams that hit businesses on the lower end of the scale are your phishing type emails, malware within your computer system, intent on removing customer details and impregnating your system with Trojans. We've also got the upper end of the scale, which is your dedicated denial of services attacks, where they look at taking down a company's website, for argument's sake, and removing that website for a couple of hours, adversely affecting your business, and then usually upon a ransom being paid, they will let you have your website back.
Police are appealing for witnesses following an assault outside a Hull nightclub. A 26-year-old man was knocked unconscious while trying to get into a taxi outside the Welly Club on Beverley Road on Saturday, August the 22nd. The suspect is described as white, aged between 23 and 28, and was 6 foot tall with a medium build and a beard. The proposed development of older persons accommodation in the East Marsh of Grimsby will not be going ahead due to lack of funding. Shoreline Housing Partnership failed to gain sufficient public funding for the apartment complex dubbed Nelson Court. And it's Get Online Week this week. North Lincolnshire Council are amongst the local authorities on board with the project, which aims to get more people understanding and using the wonders of the web.
So many things are done online, but where we think that we're perhaps getting a major advantage out of this is that so many services just offer information online, and what we're trying to do is allow people to actually do transactions online. So the big benefit of that is that instead of having to come into an office or spend hours on the telephone, people can simply get behind a computer and talk to us directly, effectively.
And that's all from me for now. If you've got any news for us, don't hesitate to get in touch. You can call us on 01472 31553, email news@estuary.tv, or search for us on Facebook or Twitter @estuarytv. Bye for now.
Last month, the Humber UTC opened in Scunthorpe to provide skilled students to work in the renewables industry in places like the Able Marine Energy Park. Now, North Lindsay College has officially opened its Engineering Technology Centre with a very similar aim. We went along to the opening.
A few weeks ago, the Humber UTC opened in Scunthorpe with the aim of plugging a skills gap that will be required with the arrival of renewables to our area. Now North Lindsay College is aiming to follow in those footsteps with its new Engineering Technology Centre.
We've invested £12 million in engineering facilities, and we've got everything from automotive through to spray booths to mechanical workshops, hydraulics, pneumatics, electrical maintenance, CAD and electronics. So we've got cover the full range really of engineering requirements for the area.
Each room in the £12 million centre is sponsored by a business, and as we covered in the summer, companies such as Just Car Clinic are offering job and apprenticeship opportunities to students at the centre, which the College Business Development Director says gives its students a huge boost.
We have close links with employers in lots of different ways. So some employers will mentor our students, they'll offer work experience or work-based projects that are actually based within a business, so that our students really get to understand the expectations of employers. And the fact that each room is branded within the centre is also ensuring that our students start to understand what an employer expects, and that there are common employability skills that an employer needs, as well as the technical skills which are really important to help them secure a job.
With the upcoming renewables industry and the work the students do at the college being highly specialised, it's claimed these students will fill the skills gap in industries like renewables and HGV repair.
For the HGV Academy that we started this year, that's in direct response to our partners who've said that there's a shortage of HGV technicians. So in response to that, we've worked with employers specifically to develop new provision to ensure that locally employers have a sort of stream of young people coming out ready to go into industry.
The college's vice principal says that the Engineering Technology Centre is another vital part of the growing economy in Scunthorpe.
Still to come tonight, we visit the East Marsh to find out whether the area has improved following recent multi-agency activity. And we'll also have all the latest in the local sports news. Laugh, I Nearly Went to Miami is the latest production at the Caxton Theatre in Grimsby. It's described as a fast-moving comedy, and here to tell us more are two of the cast, Byron Young and Joe Forster. Welcome to the show. I think I felt I didn't say the title properly, because you have to say it, intonate the words, don't you? I'm going to get told off for that one. Byron, tell us, what is it actually about?
It's a comedy farce. It's a couple, Joe and her partner on the stage, Tom.
Yeah.
So it's Tom and Alice. They're off to Miami to get married. The fiancés, they're off to get married. He's going to an Elvis convention, so it's all great for him. He really wants to go to the Elvis convention. She wants to go and get married. They get to the airport. Fog delays the flight. They switch cases with somebody, and when they bring the cases back and open the cases, not giving too much away, they are the wrong cases, and it really starts from there.
It sounds like that can be an adventurous, comical journey then.
Definitely. If anything about the humour in rehearsals, anything to go by, yes, it will be.
We've got a drunk auntie as well, haven't we?
Oh yes.
It adds to it, doesn't it? I mean, how many people are actually in this play then?
There's 7 of us. There's 3 female characters and 4 male.
Okay.
So yes, for the Caxtons, that's quite a large cast actually.
Yes. Yeah.
But everybody's got on really well and had a good laugh.
Because the stage is very intimate, isn't it? So when I went to see the 39 Steps, which I thought was fabulous. It's a very intimate. You feel part of the action, don't you?
You do, and also you feel very close up to the audience because you're extremely close to the people in the front row, so you can actually, see their faces. I mean, I can't because my eyesight's really bad, but
Probably, but that's a nerve-wracking thing,
yes,
though,
it
is
is actually, because you can actually see if they're smiling or they're not
pulling faces at you.
But
Well, hopefully they won't in this. I mean, Barry Torwart, what character do you play in this?
Well, I mean, everybody knows Del Boy from Only Fools and Horses, and my character's I play Tom's fiance's brother,
right.
And I want his flat because I've got a bird coming back on the night time.
He's a bit of a spiv, isn't he?
Yeah. He buys him stuff, but he doesn't really sort of earn the money to get the stuff. So he's got his flat. He's off to Miami. I'm getting the bird round, and I'm planning my night, which is going to include all sorts of stuff, as far as I'm concerned. But it doesn't go
a comedy romp then.
No. Yeah.
So he's a bit of a Del Boy character. You're the fiancée.
Yes, she's quite uptight. Okay. Alice. Yes, she's a little bit money obsessed, I would say, but they haven't got any money, unfortunately, for her, or they didn't have at the beginning of the play. But yes, she's. I would say she's quite sort of an uptight person, and but there is a bit of a fun side to her that perhaps might come out towards the end, but at the beginning, yes, she feels a little bit repressed by her fiancé because he's very proper, and although he dresses like Elvis.
I was going to say, does he dress like Elvis?
Well,
he's an Elvis fan.
He's a massive Elvis fan. So there's one particular, he has a wig, an Elvis wig, and which has caused great hilarity, hasn't it?
Absolutely,
it's quite bad, really, but.
Get left in various places on the stage.
It looks like
it was a wild animal broken in, but it's
So it's Kieran's wig.
Oh no,
Yeah,
But it has been fun, hasn't it, Jill?
Yes,
I mean,
it
really
has.
has.
I
It's
would
been
say
a
it
laugh all
sounds
the
like
way
you're
through.
having a laugh, which I think is an important
Well,
part of
when
it,
you're doing
isn't
comedy,
it?
of course, you're doing the script over and over and over again, and when you get into this stage of the production, we're doing it 3 times a week,
Yeah.
and the jokes do tend to wear, but they haven't done, have they?
No.
We have laughed, haven't we, at
Yes.
different points,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
found different places to laugh at. So I really do think the audience will.
Hopefully.
will
They'll
enjoy
laugh
it.
as well,
Yes.
won't they?
Yeah,
That's the key to
Yes.
all of this, isn't it? And
Absolutely.
just quickly before we disappear into an ad break, you've both appeared on stage together before, haven't
Yeah.
you?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was the last production you both did?
Well, I think the main one we did was the Victorian melodrama Gaslight,
Yeah.
and I was the terrible husband of Bella, and Joe played Bella. And I think at the end of the production week, she had bruises all over
All
her
over.
arms,
Ooh.
and
We
quite.
didn't tell him though.
They wouldn't tell me because they knew I wouldn't manhandle her as badly as I did do. But they were having a bruise count, and at the end of it, she showed me her arms, and I was absolutely mortified. But
Okay.
so I did throw her around a bit, didn't I?
When he actually
Yeah.
grabbed me and I winced, it was actually real,
For
wasn't it?
real?
Threw her on the
Wow.
settee, and
Yep.
it was a nasty piece of work.
Oh, he was
So yeah.
nasty.
I didn't
Yeah.
see that one, unfortunately.
Yeah,
That's
it's my first play, and I got thrown
It's
in
a
the
good
deep
job
end.
it wasn't your last.
Yes. Well, I'm relieved to say that I've done 3 straight plays, and I'm looking forward to doing a comedy.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, we're going to have to leave it there. Stay where you are because we're going to come back to you. So join me after the break when we visit the East Marsh to find out whether the area has improved following recent multi-agency activity, and we'll bring you the latest local sport. Welcome back. You're watching Estuary News. Still to come, we visit the East Marsh to find out whether the area has improved following recent multi-agency activity, and we have the latest in the local sports news. Well, still with me in the studio are Byron Young and Joe Forster from the Caxton Players, and we're talking about this new comedy that you're both appearing in. We were just talking there about rehearsals and the fact that, you find it funny and you hope the audience do. I mean, how many times how many weeks rather should I say, have you actually been rehearsing this?
Joe?
Well, for this play, normally if you've got a fairly large part, you will be rehearsing up to 12, 13 weeks.
Right.
And you could be rehearsing as many as 3, sometimes even 4 times a week towards the end. So it's quite a big commitment, really.
It is, and dedication as well
Yes.
to do it,
And then
isn't
you've got
it?
your lines to learn as well, so obviously depending on how many lines you have,
Yeah.
you've got to do that away as well from the theatre. So yes, it's if you wanted to do it, then you've got to really give sort of 3 months of your life up.
You have, haven't you? Well, we were talking before, weren't we, about the fact that you don't get paid for any of this that you do. It's all your own time.
Yeah.
How do you fit this in if you are working? I mean, are there people that work full time that?
Yes, there are people at work. I mean, luckily for me, I'm not working now, so it's a great outlet for me to do something different.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do it, but work prevented me from doing it because the commitment is so great. I was talking to Joe's husband who's in a play at Christmas, and he was saying to me, I said, how do you rehearse? He said, well, I do an hour every night. I mean, an hour, I'm doing like 4 hours a day, sometimes 5. I'll have it on when I'm walking the dog, I'll have my earphones in, listening to it. I might read a bit when I come home. He's doing 1 hour, so... And people learn at different, pick the lines at different levels, and then once you've got the lines learned, once you get on the stage, then you start working with the props, where to walk. Then the choreography starts,
Yeah.
So it's it's fun.
Particularly for a farce or for a frenetic comedy, there's timing is everything. So it's you've got to get the timing right, and also we've noticed with the lines that they're all sort of very quick one-liners.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
And neither of us are used to that, really,
No.
are we?
Yeah.
We're used to nice, lovely, big speeches, and
Yeah.
there's not many of them in this.
I mean, what do
play.
you prefer? Because obviously, quite clearly, you've done a mix from comedy and serious drama. I mean, do you have a preference, would you say?
I'd have to wait till the end of this one to see how it goes down, but it is the complete opposite. I mean,
Yeah.
I've done 3 straight plays. I mean, Gaslight, Jekyll and Hyde, I loved being in those. They were dark and deep, and you really had to think about what you were saying and doing. And then this one, it's just bang, 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 isn't it? Completely different, you know. And you learn, as me, you know, Joe's been doing it a long time. For me, it's something completely different, and I'm really enjoying it because it is, like Joe says, one line, another line, another line, and the time's got to be right to get the jokes right, you know. And,
well, I hope it all goes well. And it is Saturday the 17th of October to the 24th of October at Caxton Theatre.
Right.
They can go visit your website and book, can't they, and get the tickets.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for, but thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And I shouldn't say good luck, should I? It's
break a leg.
Break a
Thanks
leg.
very much.
Thank you very much. Humberside Police have been working to curb crime and antisocial behaviour on Grimsby's East Marsh as part of Operation Impact. It ran for a week at the end of September and included officers carrying out warrants and arresting prolific offenders, as well as council officials clearing rubbish and checking the licences of shops and bars. We've been asking residents if it's had an impact and if the reputation of the area is on the up.
It was good to see them come along because it is pretty rough and it is pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's
certain
good.
areas, but majority of the time, love, you know, I live just not far from here in a nice little house, little council house. I've been there 40 odd years and it's lovely.
There's worse places, isn't there? You know, I mean, it is what it is. Simple as.
Overall, I think it's an hard job they've got. Drugs and alcohol and all this, it must be difficult for them, to be honest.
I think it's the people around who give it a bad name. But no, it's a good area. Like I said, I've heard that we've been put on monopoly. That's a good thing.
And there has been more police about than normal. Yeah.
And what do you think about that?
I think that's a good thing, yeah. I mean, obviously it's a deterrent for people that's going to cause trouble. They might see the police and stop.
I can't say no. I'm first generation English. My life's been destroyed by people at the Dole office. I can't get a job. That's Grimsby for you.
Now joining me as usual for a daily look at the news is Dan Kemp. Dan, what have we got today?
Good evening. The first story is in the Hull Daily Mail. It's about charity chuggers and they're being removed from certain areas of Hull city centre.
Why are they being removed?
Well, the new rules have come in place from Hull City Council to restrict their use, and it's been brought in following complaints
So
from the
just
public.
probably explain, what is a charity chugger then?
So I'll read out what they've put in the Hull Daily Mail here, because I didn't know what one was either. Known as chuggers, a description for so-called charity muggers. They're often seen pounding the pavements, collecting money for charity in the city centre. Charity muggers. So I'm assuming that means
Are these the
people who are
shake the
forcibly
pots at
removing
you?
money from people.
And that's not allowed?
Not in certain areas of the city centre, no.
So what will happen if they're caught?
Well, they've said the licensing section of the Hull City Council says that it's received complaints about aggressive approach from some charities who poach people in the area. But unfortunately, all we know is that they're going to face tougher restrictions on when and where they can operate, but we don't know exactly what the punishment is.
I don't like it when they shake the tin at you or the bucket, because I think if you want to give, you're going to give, but to rattle the bucket.
What do you do? 'Cause I know I just walk about
well,
100
if they
yards
do
out of the
that
way.
to me, I walk off.
I try not to get into a position in the first place.
Well, you're just ungenerous. It's
get
down
out
to
the
the
way.
individual, though, isn't it? If you want to give to charity, you will give to charity.
Well, we pay
so
for-
you can't make people.
We pay for charity in our taxes as well, don't we? And people have their own charities that they feel obviously
Well, yeah,
close to.
people have
So
got charities
that's,
that they
that's
want
fine.
to
Look,
do.
I think everyone
So
pays
the
charities
Hull
in
City
some form.
Council clamping down on
They are.
charity.
Yes.
Okay.
The next story is in the Grimsby Telegraph, and this is a number of different Grimsby locations were used in the This Is England series.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
No, I've
fan,
watched the
to be
first
quite
two, and
honest.
I've still got the second two to watch.
Have you? Do you enjoy it?
Well, I've not watched the others before it, so I feel like I've
right,
missed out
okay.
a little way, but it's all right.
It's very gritty, isn't it? I remember seeing the first one.
Something on the telly, innit?
You should be watching yourself. But they did. I understand that the ending, which might ruin it for you and anybody else that's not watched it, they came to Grimsby, didn't they?
Yep, they were. I think the Dock Tower was spotted in it. The Ice Factory was shot in a couple of different bits, and the Jubilee Cafe on Grimsby Docks was also used for a scene.
I mean, talking about on the I tweeted last week Hunted because they were in Cleethorpes.
Now
Those
that,
women.
that is a
were in
programme I do
Cleethorpes.
enjoy.
You like that, don't you?
Hunted's brilliant.
I think we should put you on that. See how far you can go
I
without
quite like
being
the
detected.
idea, but I don't think I'd want people to
I
find
know
out my
you when you
past.
go out on a job for us, you ring us within 5 minutes saying, I've got lost. Where am I meant to be going?
I wouldn't fancy myself in the Highlands of Scotland.
So yeah, I can just imagine you not surviving very well. Anyway, next story.
Yeah, next story is also in the Grimsby Telegraph. This is Steve Maxson, who's become the new chairman of Grimsby Central Hall. Of course, there were doubts about it surviving the Duncombe Street venue, and it was saved from closure earlier this year with an anonymous financial backer came to its rescue. And now Steve said that they've had some very generous financial responses and cheques are still coming into them now. And they've got a number of different performances, which I can't tell you about, but they are planned and they're in the pipeline.
I think we should get Stephen on the show to come and talk to us about that future.
You're making me do my job again.
Yeah, I am. Because I think they've done extremely well to rescue the venue, I suppose. Yeah. Still got hard work ahead of them.
They're calling on residents to offer more support as well, financially or in terms of turning up to the show.
Yeah, exactly. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for that. That's all we've got time for. Right, now it's time for the sport.
Grimsby Town have no fresh injury concerns ahead of Tuesday night's game against Gateshead. Scott Brown and Josh Sunter remain the only absentees as the Mariners look to go 8 games unbeaten with the game at Blundell Park. Kick-off in that one is at 7:45. Hull City players have left to join up with their countries for the next round of international fixtures. Abel Hernandez faces the longest journey as he joins up with Uruguay for World Cup qualifiers against Bolivia and Colombia, while Mohamed Diarmi returns to Senegal duty after injury. Alan McGregor, Andrew Robertson and Sean Maloney are all with Scotland ahead of their qualifiers against Poland and Gibraltar, while David Mailer is with Republic of Ireland ahead of the qualifiers against Germany and Poland. Elsewhere, Tuber Akpom has joined up with England under-21s. Scunthorpe United's League One rivals Fleetwood Town have appointed former Scottish international Stephen Presley as their new manager. Fleetwood lost at the Iron only on Saturday and have moved quickly to find a replacement for Graham Alexander. And Hull Kingston Rovers have confirmed that they've already sold 1,000 memberships for next season. They've been on sale for just a week and eclipsed the total at the same point last season. That's all for now. Don't forget to get in contact with any sports stories you have for us. You can call 01472 31 55553, email sport@estuary.tv or search for us on Facebook or Twitter @estuarytv. And that's all for the sport.
That's it for tonight. If you have a news story, visit our Facebook or Twitter pages or email news@estuary.tv or pick up the phone and call us on 01472 315 553. So until tomorrow, good night.
Estuary TV weather, sponsored by Grimsby Institute for a brighter future.
Hello and welcome to Estuary TV's weather. On Wednesday it'll be cloudy and wet through much of the day with showers and occasional heavy rain. Becoming drier later on though, with maximum temperatures of 15 degrees. On Thursday it'll be dry with sunny spells and light winds with a chill.
Estuary TV weather, sponsored by Grimsby Institute for a brighter future.